is Wonder Kind, a cake artist known for creating incredible realistic cakes. Today, we are teaming up to create an epic realistic cake dedicated to bakers. And by the end of this video, you will be questioning whether it's a cake or the real thing. Are we going to pull it off? Well, let's find out. So, what do you think we can make?
I think we can make a baking oven.
An oven is too big. I was thinking of maybe a digital scale. Or what do you think?
Why don't we go for a cake mixer?
Cake mixer, yeah. Why didn't I think of that? I think that is a better idea. Yeah. So let's just go for a cake mixer and see how it's going to turn out. So we are going for the cake mixer. You brought the idea. How do you think we can go about it and make everything come together?
Well, we can make a structure.
Then we build the cake, trim the cake, and then before we go ahead to cover it with fondant. Alright, I think that's good. Okay, so I have an idea. What if we just don't make the structure only? Like, you know, we are going to add extra bulb, but I want it to like come in a way that we are going to make it like the real thing. It's not going to have extra bulb. It's going to be on its own without standing on an extra bulb. Do you think it's something we can
pull? That's a good idea. We can pull it off.
Okay, let's give it a try and see how it's going to turn out.
Welcome to the Bake Show.
Here is our board for the templates. First thing we are going to do is to draw out our templates. Then we cut out the templates. After cutting it out, we are going to also make use of rod and drill some spaces on the template.
Rod is for structural integrity.
Okay, so that it is going to be stronger and firm.
Yeah. Now this is the base of the mixer. This is this of the mixer. Then these two parts is the structure
for the center of the mixer. Yeah. So I think the mixer is a little bit lift. So we are going to add something under it to like lift it up a little. The next thing we are going to do is to
build a structure.
Should we build a structure before we add the cake? I think we should. We should do it as we go ahead. Yes. So we should add this cake first, then add this a little bit of this, add the structure, add another cake, add the structure, add another cake.
I think that would be best.
Alright.
Now that we have this, we are going to like use a fondant to cement the nails that are showing on this place.
Okay, and for the road, we are going to use aluminium foil to cover it because we need to keep the cake safe. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do now is to trim our cake so that we can get the perfect structure that we need. So I'm going to be looking at my mixer while I'm cutting it. Right now, it's still looking nothing like what we want to do. But write in the comment section down below if you think we are still going to get this right or not. The next thing we are going to do now is cut out the front part. And before we now go ahead to this side and make everything okay. So we need to so this is the total height of this is 2. So I'm going to measure out 2 first. Then I will cut out the excess. Then we are going to go to the back, measure out 2.5, cut out the excess.
You are trim little at a time, so you don't cut too much because it's hard to fix too much problem than to fix little. If you notice, it's scoring around the cakes makes it easier to follow. So don't just trim blindly, like he said. Don't trim blindly. So you can see the shape is coming out pretty well. Our beautiful cake is revealing already.
I think the board that we want to put, we should put it here so that the other one will sit on that. Now that we are done with this, the thing we want to do is we want to cover this first before we now add the other cake on it so that it is going to be easier for us to cover. because if we say we should stack everything before we now add the fondant, it's going to be too hard
and the fondant might tear,
and it's not going to be neat.
We don't want patches
so we should cover this one first. We can use maybe a cling film to cover it. So before we do that, we need to check this with our real mixer. And the best part in making realistic cake and easiest is when you have the real thing beside the cake that you are doing. You'll be able to check the size, the measurement, everything that you need to do. So for this one, we are going to put it side by side and check whether we get the real size and the real thing. Seeing it this way, the structure is already okay, but we want to check the size, whether this one is too big or too small to the real thing. So don't worry about this. We are still going to come to the center and remove that space, but for now, let's check whether our cake is well measured. So as you can see, the cake is higher than the real mixer, so we still have some more work to do. We are going to trim everything out so that it is going to give us the same size. That is why we call it hyper realistic cake. So when it is hyper, it is when you cannot really differentiate the real one from the cake one. So in order to make it look more like the real one, we need to get the exact size, exact design, and all other things that make hyper or realistic cakes.
I think we are good.
Yeah, we are good to go now. So by the time we add fondant to it, is going to be the same size with that one. So the thing we need to work on now is this one. So we are also going to reduce this one.
We are using the circle cutter, which is the same size as this. So once we cut it flushing with the wood underneath, we are going to share the cake that comes out into two, so we fix the other part back in.
I think
so it fits snugly.
Now we are done with the base of our cake. The next thing we are doing now is crumb coat our cake before we now cover it with our ready to roll fondant from Baker's Choice.
Now basically, crumb coat is actually a thin layer of icing that is used to cover the crumbs of the cake. So it seals all the crumbs, all these particles of cake. We don't want to see them on our cake, so it helps us to seal the crumbs while we put the fondant. So it's also a glue at which the fondant is going to stick.
Exactly.
So use your spatula. Be gentle because this is a sculpted cake. You don't have to go too hard on it. Just be gentle.
Now that it's done with the crumb coating, next thing we are going to do is to roll out our fondant. So we are going to make use of Castro is ready to roll fondant. We won't be enough for this thing. One is 1 kg. So
it's better to be safe than sorry. So we are going to use.
Let's just use so.
So when you are covering your cakes, especially cakes like this, you have to make it bigger than the size that we need. I think we measure like 19 and we are 30. Doing extra 3 inches, so it can overlap the machine, the base of the machine, and we have excess that we can cut off.
I don't think I've ever used any fondant that is this good.
They take risk goes to this guy.
Now that we are done with the base, it's time to go on to the
side of the cake.
So we have these two templates that we are going to use.
The mixer, so it's already a cake in
So we are going to use this. I think we should, so that we do not stain our cake, we should build it on the table. Then we wear it before we now cover it with fondant. Then we will build it up to like the center here. Then we are going to add the other one. And we'll build it. So the next thing we are doing is to add the top cake. So we are trying to like add the board that is going to carry the top cake. Then we are going to, what are we going to do?
We'll cover in fondant first, so the cake doesn't get in contact with just the plain.
Okay. So now that we are done with the hardest parts, To be honest, I'm so tired now.
I'm exhausted.
We are so exhausted, but we need to put this off. So we are going to wait for it to set. We are going to add another thin layer of buttercream to crumb coat it a little bit so that our fondant is going to stick on it. Do you think we are still going to pull it off? Let us know in the comment section. I think right now our cake is now firm. So the next thing to do is we are going to add a thin layer of buttercream. Then we are going to add our fondant to it. Now that we are done applying our buttercream, it is time to add our fondant to it. I'm going to tape this so that the other color is not going to get to the white part. I think this is coming together. So the last thing we are going to do now is to add the knob. Is it knob? To hold the attachment.
This is the knob.
Oh, sorry, this is the knob. So what is that called?
The gear.
Attachment holder.
Can we say the gear or the attachment?
Okay.
Oh, you give it a new name. Attachment
holder. So
okay.
Then we are going to make, what's the name of that attachment? Do attachment. Yeah, so that's just the two things we need to do, and we are also going to do some printouts to make everything come together, right? Now we are at the final phase. What we are going to do now is to add the
regulator,
the attachment holder, and the
knob. Yeah, the switch.
The switch, yeah. And finally, we are done with our cake. Do you think we pull it off? Write in the comment section which one you think is cake. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to your friends.
Yes, let's see. Whoa, it's a cake, guys. Wow. Give me my own make a test, though. It's a cake. Yay. This is so good. And the fondant is given.
This is the Baked Show.
Baker's Choice asked me to give you all this.
How do I carry everything?
Yeah, icing sugar, ready to fondant,
whoa,
whipped cream,
whoa,
CMC, and gelatin. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you.
Thank you, Baker's Choice.
Thank you for watching. We will see you in the next video. Mr. Sugar Cakes signing out.